KFC Center in Denver. It's the Denver Nuggets and the New York Knicks. Hi, I'm Marv Albert, along with the czar, Mike Fratello. Let's hand it over to the PA announcer for the starting lineup.
Hey, how's it going? And welcome back to the NBA Legends debut feature on VCG, the Vintage Console Gaming channel. It's a channel, right? I'm going to call it a channel. It's definitely not a network. It hasn't branched out into a network, so yeah. And this video will be featuring Carmelo Anthony's rookie debut in NBA Live 2004. Now, I don't think I'll give him the same special treatment that Wade and LeBron will be getting with also NBA 2K4 and NBA Inside Drive. There's certain things that I want to go on with. I don't want to be bogged down with just making videos of certain players. Wade and LeBron, they're special. They're very special players. As I said, LeBron is at least the second best small forward of all time. Wade is arguably the third, at least the fourth best shooting guard of all time. So they're on a platform or an echelon far higher than Melo. Melo's still a great player, but with Melo, he'll be the last guy that I'll be featuring from the 2003 draft in NBA Live 2004. He isn't, however, the last guy that I'll be doing for NBA Live 2004. Yao Ming will be the last guy. Yao Ming, I know he was drafted a season prior to this, but for whatever reason, he wasn't in NBA Live 2003. So there was probably a contract dispute or something, so I'll be talking about that in the next video. But after Yao Ming, that's it. I was tempted to go with Bosch, but if I go with Bosch, then, you know, Bosch is definitely a Hall of Fame player. You know, all the championships he's won, he's put up a lot of points, he's been an all-star, he's won a gold medal. But if I go with Bosch, why not Steve Nash? Why not Ray Allen? So I want to keep it at the very highest, and Carmelo, he fits in that criteria, just, but Chris Bosch doesn't. But yeah, getting back to Carmelo, Carmelo was probably the easiest draft selection to make for any team in that 03 draft, with the only exception of maybe LeBron. I mean, there was no way the Cavs weren't going to take LeBron. He was, you know, from Ohio. Akron's not that far from Ohio. It's about an hour and a half. And if they didn't take him, they would have been nuts. Just from a money standpoint. Forget about whether he was going to turn into a great player or not. Just from a money standpoint, they would have been absolutely out of their minds not to take him. But then the Pistons, they talked themselves into getting Darko. And don't worry, there's no Darko video coming up for any of these games. He was actually on the Detroit Pistons versus Miami Heat Dwayne Wade video. So if you want to see Darko in 04, check that out. But you won't see me using it. Anyway, so once those were the three top players in the draft, and of course Melo included. Now, obviously Wade has had a better career than what Melo has had too. But nobody saw that coming. I'll talk about that in the Wade video too. Absolutely nobody saw that coming, with the only exception of Pat Riley. And even then, you can argue that he really didn't see it coming either, because had he seen it coming, he should have traded up to ensure that he would have gotten it. If he truly saw it. It's like the Tom Brady argument. Everyone says what a great steal it was, and what great vision that the Patriots had in getting him. Look, if the Patriots thought he was going to turn out as good as he did, then why did they wait to the 7th round? You know, that doesn't make any sense. But getting back to Melo, out of all the great draft picks in 2003, only Melo and Dwayne Wade made the playoffs. And Wade had a great playoff run, but he wasn't that good in the regular season of his rookie year. And Carmelo really put a sneakily good rookie campaign together, and he, in my opinion, I absolutely would have voted for him as Rookie of the Year over LeBron James. As I said, he made the playoffs in a much tougher conference, put up 21 points per game, 6 rebounds a game, 3 assists a game, a steal, and he played all 82 games. Now, LeBron, obviously, look, I'm not saying that Melo's better than LeBron, and I know people who interpret it that, but if you interpret it that way, I feel sorry for you, because clearly I'm not comparing the two careers. The two careers, there's no comparison. LeBron has had a far better career. It's like almost comparing Jordan to, I don't know, Clyde Drexler. And even then, that might not be the same in terms of a difference between the two of them. But it would have been interesting if LeBron didn't have all that hype behind him coming out of high school. How seriously the Cavs would have thought about taking Melo. See, I said before, like, it was a very easy decision to make for them, simply from a financial standpoint. And that's because of all the marketing and all the hype that LeBron had. And also the fact that he played in Ohio as well, so he was considered, their savior. He turned out to be it in a very roundabout way. But had he not had all that, how difficult of a decision would it have been? Because Melo was an absolute prodigy in college. It was insane how good he was. As a freshman, he led Syracuse to the title. You very rarely see that from that kind of position. Sometimes you see players that are able to dominate straight away in college basketball, but they've either stepped into a really good program. Syracuse is a very good program, but it's not like Duke or North Carolina, all those places that are constantly expected to do well. They don't have that standard. And Melo came in at a wing position, a perimeter position. People forget that about Melo. He was very athletic back then, and in this game too. But for him to come in and dominate the way that he did in that circumstance in college and to be a winner, I mean, it shouldn't have been so cut and dry with LeBron being number one, and he definitely shouldn't have gone down to 3. That was, for all the great things that Joe Dumars did, I think that's the biggest thing that he'll be remembered for. Forget the championship, forget signing of Chauncey Billups and trading to get Ben Wallace or Richard Hamilton or even drafting Tayshaun Prince. I think as time progresses, people will constantly remind him. The first thing that will come up, his legacy as a GM will be forever tied with taking Darko, as it should be. If Jordan is constantly ridiculed to this day for Kwame Brown, there's no way that Dumas should get off the hook for Darko. And I think, up there with Oliver Candy and Sam Bowie, Darko is the biggest bust in NBA history. He is a bigger bust than Kwame Brown, because you took Darko ahead of Melo, and everybody saw how good Melo was. There was so much exposure on him because of what he did in college. Now with Kwame Brown, you could turn around and say, well, they should have taken Pau Gasol. And you're right, they should have taken Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol was completely unproven over in Spain. They had no idea he was that good. And same with the Bulls, because the Bulls ended up taking Tyson Chandler, I think it was, or it could have been Eddie Curry. They had the 2 and 4 picks. So, but they screwed that up too. As good as Tyson Chandler is, or was, as a defensive player. So, my point is, when it comes down to a bust and evaluating a bust, you have to see the players that were taken after. Same with Oliver Candy. He went ahead of Dirk and Paul Pierce and Vince Carter. Absolute bust. Sam Bowie, he went ahead of Jordan and Charles Barkley. I'm not going to include John Stockton there because he went like 17th, if you can believe that. So I would say Darko, he's the biggest bust of this millennium, even bigger than Greg Oden. Because Greg Oden, even though there was injury problems coming into that, you could understand where they were coming from, whereas Darko didn't even have those injury problems. He just sucked. And there's nothing else you can say or do about that. So that's my thoughts on that. Getting to this particular game, speaking of sucking, the Nuggets absolutely sucked. Maybe it's just me playing it, but I could not get any offense flowing at all. All I had really was Andre Miller and Carmelo Anthony. Marcus Camby was decent in the post. I put them up against the Knicks for a couple of reasons. Obviously, Melo has spent his entire career playing with the Nuggets and the Knicks. There was also a couple of sneaky little trades between the two teams. Marcus Camby, I believe he went there as a free agent. He could have been traded. I don't remember that. But I do remember they had a draft day trade the year prior to that where they sent... the Knicks sent their top draft pick. I think it was the 5th pick. It might have been a little bit later than that in Nene. They traded him for Antonio Mcdyess. Mcdyess was coming off a knee surgery, but at this stage he wasn't that far removed from being an all-star and also an Olympic player. He was in the Olympics in 2000, and he was always considered an absolute athletic juggernaut. He does not get enough credit. When people talk about the most athletic big guys to ever play the game, Antonio Mcdyess has to be up there. But once that knee went, he had to refine his game. He was a very important member of the Pistons in their second finals run in 2005. But beyond that, you know, he kind of fizzled out. He was never a productive member of the Knicks, put it that way. So despite obviously Mcdyess having a superior career to Nene, the Nuggets got the better of them in that trade. But I'm going to wrap up the commentary for this video right there. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. There's a whole bunch of videos too, so if you're new here, you know, check them out. You know, as I said, I've done a LeBron one, a Wade one, I've done a Kobe one, Kevin Garnett one, Allen Iverson one. There's a lot there. Not Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Vince Carter. There's a lot. So check out the channel if you're new. And if you have any particular requests or suggestions, let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do with that. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.
With the jumper, comes up with 2.
They need to do a better job of moving their feet and cutting off the dribble penetration.
Miller handling. Anthony contested by Isaac. Hits for 2.
Miller showing some nice passing on that play. He gave it to him right where he needed it to score.
Clock shows 11 seconds. Isley from the perimeter misfires from downtown. He takes the rebound. This is still anyone's game with only the 4th quarter left to play.
It will take a solid defensive effort to hold off the other team.
Sets it up.
Nice heads-up play to see the pass come.
That was great timing by Mcdyess. The shot, the baseline shot is good. Yarbrough with the setup. Setting it up. From down low, Van Horn with the answer at the other end. With the pull-up, can't hit the close one. Miller gets another board and count it.
He comes up with another assist. He has really done a nice job of keeping his teammates involved tonight.
Houston being played by Yarbrough. He has the upper hand in this matchup, Czar.
No doubt. He knows it, and he's going to try and capitalize on it.
Advances up court. Anthony with the change of direction. What a move. Carmelo Anthony. Thomas could have prevented that basket with a foul.
He should have made him earn the 2 points from the line.
Van Horn working from the middle. Anthony with the pressure. Drains the 3.
Van Horn able to hit even with a hand in his face.
Taken away by Mcdyess. The layup doesn't fall.
He did a good job of harassing him into giving up the ball.
The elevates. Can't hit from the paint. Miller chases it down. Anthony bothered by Van Horn.
Miller with another nice assist. He's doing a fantastic job of finding the open man for the easy buckets.
Houston pulling up from the perimeter. The three's good from downtown. Miller tries the spin move. Anthony with the jump shot hits the jumper. We are approaching the 30-second mark. Isley has time. It's good from downtown. Houston with the delivery. The hook doesn't go. The shot clock is off. Anthony from point-blank range. Just over 11 seconds left in this one.
The Nuggets are going to look to switch things up. They've gone to his own defense.
The intentional foul committed by Anthony. Mcdyess is no good. He hits 1 of 2 from the line. 5 left in the game. For the tie. And we are all tied up. The score is tied at the end of the 4th quarter.
EA Sports.
The Nuggets control the tip. Melo advances the ball. He tees it up. Counted for 2.
How about the defense, Marv? Exceptional so far.
They've caused the other team to commit a number of turnovers. Rattles it home. What a move by Anthony. Houston commits the foul, his first.
That's his first personal team foul, number 1.
Anthony is no good. He's 1 of 2. Here's Houston, able to hit from downtown. The other team is on quite a run.
The defense has been solid, Marv, but it hasn't been enough.
Backing down. The shot hits from the post. Setting it up, almost taken away. Lays it up for 2. The dish off by Isley. The spin. With the pull-up, misses from the paint. Thomas able to grab another board. Here's Houston. Layup's good.
Isley, a nice assist in transition. He did a fantastic job of setting his teammate up for the finish.
Houston adds another rebound to his stats. Blocked by Camby. Miller at the basket, off the board and in. Van Horn from outside hits the three. Isley with the find. Challenged by Van Horn.
The Knicks are in position for the win. They need to be smart here and watch the clock.
Brings it up court. Shot clock showing 4. 15 seconds to play in the game. Can't make the long two.
The Nuggets need a three here to tie it up. They should be able to get an open look.
Can't hit from downtown.
The Nuggets did not get the result they were looking for.
That may have been their last chance to come back and win it. 5 seconds left in this one. That's his second personal. It's good. He hits both. Miller unguarded. This contest is over. The Nuggets have come up short. The final score is 56-51. Here's tonight's